Okay, so we're diving into something pretty exciting today. We're talking about taking a business global, specifically from the heart of Africa to the world.
Really interesting stuff.
We've got a ton of notes to dig into, strategies for reaching that global market, how technology plays a role, even some thoughts about networking.
Lots to unpack.
Let's get right to it. If you're an African entrepreneur, you've already got a successful business going, and now you're thinking, what's next? How do I take this to the global stage? What's the first thing to really wrap your head around?
It's tempting to think, hey, I'm doing well here. Let's just replicate that elsewhere.
Right, just kind of hit copy and paste.
Exactly, but that's where a lot of businesses trip up. Going global isn't about straight-up replication. It's about understanding the little differences, the nuances of each market you're trying to break into.
Makes sense because
Yeah,
what works in one place might not land the same way somewhere else.
absolutely. You need
Right.
to adapt your approach. Like, take something as simple as packaging. Eco-friendly packaging might be a big selling point in one market, right?
Sure, consumers are really responding to that.
But then in another part of the world, that same packaging could actually make people suspicious.
Really?
They might think it's cutting corners or they're getting a lower quality product.
Wow. So it's really about understanding those cultural differences, those perceptions.
You hit the nail on the head. Deep market research is absolutely essential. That's understanding those customs, the preferences of your target audience. You also got to know who your competition is in that specific market.
It all comes down to research. So let's say you've done your research, you figured out the market, now you need to get the word out. How do you actually reach those potential customers? In your notes, you mentioned technology.
Technology is a game changer.
In what ways?
Think about it. You've got e-commerce platforms, social media marketing, digital ads that you can target with incredible precision, and all of this can be done from wherever you are. You can be based in Nairobi and reach customers in New York, London, Tokyo.
You're not limited by geography anymore.
Exactly. And the beauty is different platforms might be more effective in different regions. Shopify might be huge in North America, but Alibaba could be your go-to in Asia.
So it's about understanding those platforms and how they work in specific contexts.
Exactly. It's like having a toolkit. You got to use the right tool for the right job. But there's one more thing. Even with all this technology at your fingertips, something that's still super important is good old-fashioned networking.
I was just going to say, you can't discount that human connection.
Absolutely not. It's invaluable. Attending international trade shows, for example.
Right.
There's no substitute for being there, meeting people face-to-face, seeing the trends firsthand.
Yeah, that energy is different.
Then there's online business communities.
Yeah.
Look for ones that focus on global expansion. Amazing resource for sharing knowledge, connecting with people in the same boat as you.
Right, learning from each other's experiences.
Exactly. And you know what else can be incredibly powerful? Connecting with diasporic communities abroad.
Now, that's an interesting point. I don't think we've talked about that before.
Yeah, they can be a gold mine of insight.
How so?
Think about it. They understand both worlds, right?
Yeah.
They have a connection to their home country, but have also built a life in a new place.
So they have that cultural understanding from both sides.
Exactly. They can help you refine your marketing message, make sure it resonates. They might know local suppliers, potential partners. They can even give you feedback on how well your product is adapted to that market.
Like having a built-in focus group who really gets it.
Spot on. It's an untapped resource in many ways.
It sounds like there's no one magic bullet when it comes to taking your business global.
Right. There isn't.
It's about this multifaceted approach. You need targeted marketing that speaks to those local audiences, using technology strategically to reach more people, building a network to open doors and create opportunities.
And maybe even more importantly, staying adaptable. Be willing to learn and iterate. What works today might need tweaking tomorrow. It's all about adjusting your approach based on what you're learning from the market.
You've given us a lot to think about. For me, the biggest takeaway is that going global, it's not a finish line you cross. It's an ongoing journey,
Well said.
one that requires planning, a willingness to adapt, and really knowing the global playing field.
Couldn't agree more.
Lots to consider. Thanks for diving into this with us today.
My pleasure.